Your Honor, you
You
said that date is what now?
September 28th,
September
Thank you.
28th. At what time, sir, ma'am?
9 a.m.
9 a.m.?
Correct. And I'll be
Okay.
via Zoom, just like we did here today.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, Ms. Hales, you're all set. Stay safe, okay?
Thank you. You too, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. All right, if the username of Angie, I suspect that's not who I'm talking to. Your name, please?
David Cyphers?
I'm sorry, what was the last name one more time?
Cyphers?
Cyphers?
Yep.
Give me just a second, okay?
Yep.
Let's see. Could you spell last name?
Cyphers.
That's what was catching me. Okay, there we go. Let me find you in just a second, okay?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Phillips County Town or State of Michigan, excuse me, versus David Cyphers, case number 21S3913438. The allegations on June 30th of this year in Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, on Whitaker Adderner Textile. Let's see, you did operate a commercial vehicle without a proper vehicle group designation. A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of convicted of 90 days in jail, a $500 fine, plus court costs, or both. You understand that allegation?
Yes.
You've read the advice of rights form?
Yes.
You have a question with regard to your rights?
No, sir.
Okay. So the advice of rights form indicates what your options are at arraignment. You can enter a guilty plea, could enter a not guilty plea and request a pretrial hearing. Excuse me, or you may simply stand mute to the charge and the court would enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. I can only sort of lay out what those options are to you. The public defender's hearing give you some advice as to what might be best suited to your particular situation. It looks like you were driving for a company that day. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's that company located?
Jackson, Michigan.
In Jackson? Okay. All right. And was the vehicle group designated? Well, let me have the public defender step in. I don't want to go have you answer your question that would be inappropriate.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cyphers. My name is Shanaza from the Public Defender's Office.
Yep.
In regards to the plea to take today, I would advise you to stand mute, and then the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Then the court will set another date for your pretrial date. And at that time, you would be able to provide any proofs that you may have to substantiate any claims you may have, as well as work with the prosecutor in regards to some type of reduction in the charge that you're facing right now before taking any type of plea. So whatever you do, don't plead guilty today as charged.
Okay.
How do you want to proceed today, Mr. Cyphers?
Not guilty.
Okay. Court will enter a not guilty plea and set the matter for pretrial hearing. This will be set for August the 5th. That'll be a Thursday morning at 9 a.m. via Zoom, just like we're doing here today, although the Zoom link will be different because it'll be before Judge Washington and not before myself.
Okay.
Are you still on Brown Street?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Court will mail you out a notice with the Zoom information to that address. You'll likely get an email just like you did today, but certainly you'll get it emailed or mailed to you. As that date approaches, if you've not received any sort of notice, you always call the court to give Zoom information over the phone as well, okay?
Yep.
I'm Mr. Cyphers, you're all set for today. You're released on a personal recognizance bond. Should you fail to appear for court on a misdemeanor charge, a warrant could issue for your arrest, okay?
Yep.
All right, you're all set. Stay safe, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Johnson, can you hear me? Okay, now you just need to unmute yourself. Little red microphone there at the bottom. You're muted.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
I can actually, yes. Good afternoon.
Okay, I'm sorry, I've never done Zoom before.
That's okay. Now you have, so you're all set.
Yes,
All righty. Michaela Johnson, correct?
correct.
Okay. So we have two matters before the court today. People of the state of Michigan versus Michaela Johnson, case number 21S00090. Allegation of this matter is that on December 3rd of 2020 in Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan, on I-94 at or near Huron Street, you'd be the owner or operator of a Chevrolet Malibu, a vehicle with respect to which insurance is required by state law. Did operate that motor vehicle without having in full force and effect insurance, which is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in jail, a minimum of $200 fine, maximum of $500 fine, plus court costs, or a combination of those penalties. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Were you able to read the advice and rights form online?
Yes, I was.
And do you have any questions with regard to your rights?
Hello? As of right now, I do not.
Ms. Mitchell, I see you there. I'm talking to somebody else. Just give me a minute, okay?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Okay. All right, court will have you stand mute to the charge, enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and take a petition for the public defender to represent you in this matter. Let me just get my form up for that. Ms. Mitchell, just hang on a second. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. We'll bring you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ms. All right, Ms. Johnson, are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
And where do you work?
I work at Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I just got a new job at DaVita Dialysis Clinic.
Oh, okay. And are you paying rent?
I am, yes.
Okay. And how much do you pay in rent?
I'm paying $960 for my rent.
Okay. And about how, I don't understand, especially at a restaurant like that, your income is going to fluctuate quite a bit, but on average, about how much you're making every couple of weeks, take home pay?
Between both places or just the restaurant?
Well, both, if you've had income for the other one.
I just started getting income from both the last probably 2 months. So for both, maybe like 1,200, maybe 13.
Okay. And do you have a car payment or anything else going on?
I have car insurance now and bills like electric and stuff like that. And then I do also have car insurance, bills, gas,
Okay.
house and utilities.
Okay, that's sufficient. The court will appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. All right. Are you currently on probation or parole?
I am not, no, sir.
Do you have any other court cases pending that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, no, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll have the public defender step in and talk to us about bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Chinazi Carey, I can really on behalf of Ms. Michaela Johnson. Regarding bond, Your Honor, did we say there are two cases or just the one?
We're just dealing with one misdemeanor charge. I'm looking up the other one right now.
Not a
So
problem.
civil infraction.
Okay. Regarding this particular charge, Your Honor, we are requesting that the court recall the warrant, and we are also requesting, she has not been arraigned on this.
I just read her the charge and arraigned her on it.
Okay.
Better stand
So
the
she's,
charge.
yep, okay, and enter not guilty plea. Thank you. Regarding bond, we would be requesting a personal recognizance bond, primarily due to her appearance today. as well as the nature of the particular offense, Your Honor. With that, we just request that she be released or she be given a personal recognizance bond so that she can continue work. And now that she knows how to Zoom, continue to show up for the remainder of the hearings.
Okay. Thank you. Matter be set for a pretrial hearing on August the 5th at 9 a.m. via Zoom.
Your Honor, I actually have surgery that day at 5:30 a.m.
Okay, we'll avoid that day then.
Okay.
I assume would let's see. Oh, that's a lot closer. Hang on, I apologize. I'm off on my dates here anyway. September 2nd would be our next court date.
Okay.
You caught me wishing it was still June. Okay.
This summer has gone by too fast.
All right. And how are you coming along on making payments on your texting ticket?
I'm not, Your Honor. I sent in an email a few months back when I first got it, requesting that I could have a payment arrangement, but I never received anything back. So I didn't hear anything. So I have not been making any payments on that.
Okay. I apologize for that. You should have received something back indicating the court had approved $60 monthly payments beginning February 15th. So you can go ahead and start those payments up at any time if you're able to do so anyway.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. How much are they?
The court had approved $60 a month. Is that something you can swing?
I think I could do that. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and start making those payments then as best you can.
Okay. Do I just
And-
call to make those payments, or how do
you
I
do-
go about that?
So because this is a civil infraction, so you can only make partial payments by mailing payments in or making them here in person, although the preference, of course, is to mail them or drop them in our Dropbox. You can't make a partial payment online, unfortunately, and there's no calling in for credit card payments. So if you're going to make partial payments, either it has to be mailed or dropped in our Dropbox or made here in person. Okay.
Okay. Can it be cash, or does it have to be a money order?
If you're going to mail it, I would not advise mailing cash. So if you do have to do cash, you can bring it here. Again, given the public health stance we're in right now, we prefer people not coming to the building, but you can come and do that if necessary.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Defendant's warrant is recalled by appearance here today. Matter to set for pretrial on September 2nd at 9 a.m. and the operating texting will be set just as a review to ensure payments have been made at that point. Okay, you're all set for today, Ms. Jones.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Let me just double check one more thing. What's your address right now?
Right now, my new address is 23231 Heritage Drive, apartment 104. And then that's Woodhaven, Michigan, 48183.
I suspect that's probably waiting to get the payment plan.
Yes. I changed my address through the post office, but then when I called a couple weeks ago, someone on the phone informed me that I also have to call the court to inform them on a change of address, which I was unaware of. So I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Okay. We actually have that here in our system now. So that has been, okay. All right. Excellent. All right. You're all set. Stay safe. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you. Ms. Mitchell, you can unmute yourself. So your microphone icon probably at the lower left of your screen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Bill, State of Michigan versus Andre. Oops, sorry, wrong file. Hang on a second. Let me get the right person. Ms. Mitchell. Mitchell McGahe, is that right?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
McGoy.
McGoy, thank you.
Yeah, you're very close.
I'm sure I do that wrong each time I talk to you, right? Okay.
You know, everybody does it. It's a odd name.
All right.
Yeah, it's a very odd name. It's a
Okay.
unique
Well,
name.
we might as well help me out with your first name too, then.
Tarinda.
Tarinda. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Appeal State of Michigan versus Tarinda Mitchell McGoy, case number 15S00452. All right. Looks like This would be just a matter of outstanding payment of fines and costs. Let me take a quick look and see where you stand right now. Okay. 618 looks like the balance right now. Are you able to make any sort of payments or get on some sort of payment plan, or what? How can we work this out best?
Yeah, I need to get on a payment plan, but I can pay $250 next week, and today I can pay $100 on it.
Okay. So you'd be able to pay $350 total by next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make some notes. I'll tell you what we'll do next here in just a second, okay?
Mhm. I had one online. I kept trying to pay all my tickets and stuff, but this one didn't pop up.
Because there was a warrant attached to it.
Yeah, she explained that to me yesterday when I talked to her.
Okay. Looks like you have a couple warrants in Taylor too. Have you been in touch with them yet?
Yes, I already talked to them. I paid a bond yesterday of $290. Because she told me that I had to pay a fee, something to get the warrants off me. So I paid them $290 yesterday, and I'm waiting for them to send me a court date.
Okay.
She said that it would clear in the morning. If I paid it today, it should affect in the morning or show up in the morning. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but I did pay it yesterday.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, it takes a minute for Secretary of State to process things through, so I'm sure that's what they're
Yeah.
talking about.
He explained
All
that to me because I had went to Secretary of State to put plates on a car, and they told me I had a block. And they
Okay.
said I had this case and the one in Taylor, and that I had some clearance fees, but I had been paying so much stuff online that I lost the little clearance fee papers and everything that I was paying. So they're sending me out another copy of those, and they're sending me, she's supposed to be emailing something sometime today.
Okay, excellent. All right, so let's get this on track then. As soon as that $350 is paid by next week, we'll issue your clearances here. There's 2 counts. So there's 2 clearances that would issued out of there. So that'll take care of that.
Okay.
That would leave you with a balance if we don't make any adjustments. So let me check here. $268. What do you think you'd be able to do as far as additional payments beyond the $350?
Well, I get paid bi-weekly. I get my PUA.
Okay.
So I should be able to pay that within the next 2 weeks after that.
Okay.
And then I should be able to knock the rest of that out. Or
Okay. All right. So let's do this. All right. So that the heavy lift will be the first one you said you can do for sure is $350 by the end of next week, right?
Mhm.
Okay. You do that and then get us another $100 before September the 3rd. I'll waive your balance.
okay.
So I'll take $160 some off of your balance and some late fees and stuff we can waive. Just sort of incentivize you to get that payment in here and get it done and get it closed. And we can take this off both of our books, off yours and ours. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. So the 350, once you make that payment, just get in touch with us a few days later and make sure the clearances have gone through. And that should
Okay.
take care of that. And then, like I said, by September 3rd, just make that last $100 payment and you will be all set at that point. I'll close the case. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, Ms. Mitchell, you're all set. Stay safe. Okay.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Andre Thornton, you can go and unmute yourself. Good morning. Good afternoon. All right. Appeal of State of Michigan versus Andre Thornton, 18S00855. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. You had a review hearing in September of 2019. Set for a show cause hearing for you to come and explain why you didn't show up for the review hearing in October of that year. You failed to appear for that as well, and they warranted you for your arrest. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All righty. So what happened back in 19? Why didn't you make your court date?
I completely forgot about the court date, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was.
Obviously, something happened recently to remind you about it. What was that?
Actually, I reached out to my probation officer, Dave Oblak, to let him know that I had intentions to take care of my balance. And he informed me, this was about a week or two ago, and he informed me of the warrants, which I was completely unaware of. So I immediately got myself together to get in your courtroom so that I can address my responsibilities.
Okay. Okay. And I'm sure Mr. O'Black also told you that he's not with us anymore.
Yes, sir, he did.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Johnson has taken over his caseload. Have you been in touch with her?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
Okay. Do you have something to write with?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let me give you the probation department's phone number here so you can reach out to her because you want to talk to her before your next court date. 734-483-7336.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let me take a quick look at your file here and make sure we've got good information for you. All right. You're in Lutz, Florida, is that right?
I'm in Lux, Florida. Yes, sir.
Lutz?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where in Florida is that?
That is about 5 miles outside north of Tampa.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is it warm down there today?
I'm here in Michigan. I'm a guardian for a family member, so I'm taking care of business.
I see. Okay. Okay. All righty. Let me see if we have anything else we need to worry about here on your. I don't see any other warrants. You got any criminal cases going on in Florida?
No, sir.
Okay. What are you doing down there? You working? What's going on?
I am working from home, work for Ford Motor Company. I originally moved down in March to support my mother towards her end of life, which she passed away on the 21st of March, and decided to stay.
Okay. I'm sorry for your loss. I see that you moved. It looks like you're moving down there in 2019 to begin with. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Completely forgot about my appointments. I generally would not miss my court dates. That's just something I would never do normally.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's get everything back on track. Let me get you a new court date. Not only do you have a new probation officer, but you're going to have a new judge as well. So Judge Washington has taken over Judge Pope's dockets. Let's see, put you on for August 30th. That'll be a Monday morning at 9 a.m. for a review hearing on the matter. In the meantime, I do want you to touch base with Ms. Johnson and get your probation side of things updated. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And public defender chime in real quick to address your bond.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tanasi Kyriakou here. Regarding bond, Your Honor, we would be asking for a personal recognizance bond. The client today has informed the court of his reasons for missing this court date. He's reporting with no new charges being brought up. stable work and lots of responsibilities. And by virtue of his appearance today, we do ask that he be given a personal recognizance bond to continue on with those responsibilities, as well as finishing off these court dates and resolving this matter once and for all.
Thank you. Mr. Thornton, how long will we be in the state of Michigan?
I'll be here till Sunday.
Until Sunday? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Court will allow travel out of the state of Michigan. Right now, your let me just make sure your probation typically restricts that. But let me just check real quick here. Hang on a second. Does not appear as you have a restriction as far as travel goes. But as far as do you recall, did you finish your classes and the things of that nature you're supposed to deal with
Yes,
on
sir.
your original probation? You finished everything
Yes,
else?
sir. Yes, I have.
Okay. So as far as you know, anyway, it's just a matter of paying your balance.
Paying my balance and appearing in court like I'm responsible for.
Okay. All right. Get hold of Ms. Johnson. She'll run through everything, make sure everything is in fact tidied up on your end, and she'll inform you if there's anything else you need to do besides the payment of the fines. And you're all set for today. You are released on a personal recognizance bond. The warrant for your arrest is recalled by your appearance here today. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You also.
Progress.
B.
Mr. Murray,
Yes, sir.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Appreciate your patience. We're running a little short-staffed here today.
Oh, absolutely. It's no problem.
We look you up here and then get your file.
Okay.
All right. Appeal of State of Michigan versus Robert Murray, case number 21S391890A. And this has designated Robert Murray Jr. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Allegation of this matter is that on July 4th of this year, Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, on Rawsonville at or near Bemis Road, you did operate a motor vehicle at a time your driver's license was suspended. A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty if convicted of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine, plus court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
I do.
Were you able to review the advice of rights form online?
I was.
Do you have any questions with regard to your rights?
No, sir.
So the advice of rights sort of just lays out what your options are at arraignment, and I can just reiterate what they are. I mean, you can enter a not guilty plea and request a pretrial hearing. You could plead guilty on this type of a charge if you chose to, or you could stand mute to the charge, or you could plead no contest with permission of the court. I can just sort of lay out what those options are to you. The public defender's here and can just give you some advice as to what might be best suited to your particular situation. I'm taking a quick glance through your driving record, and let's see what I can see here. All right, you have what we call a hard suspension, a 30-day suspension from August 4th through September 2nd, it looks like. And then another one, I'm guessing from the case numbers at downtown Ypsilanti, 1482. Is that right?
That is correct. I was pulled over because I did not have my license on me, but my license was current. And so I submitted the necessary documents for that online. But I'm not sure if they went through or not because they suspended my license because of that. And then they rescheduled me a court date on, I believe it's on 8/25.
Okay. All right. Okay. The public defender come in and talk to you about what you may want to do with this case then.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Murray.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. My name is Shanaza with the Public Defender's Office. In regards to your options today, I would advise that you stand mute, and in standing mute, the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf and set another date for a pretrial date. At that time, during the pretrial, you'll have the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor, provide whatever proofs. If that time is after the suspension is up, hopefully you would have had a license. And usually the prosecutor is willing to work with you on the charge if you have a license or if there are any other mitigating factors. So just stand mute today. Court will enter a not guilty plea and set a new date for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that what you'd like to do, Mr. Murray?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll set a pretrial date for September 28th, give that hard suspension a time to run its course and give you plenty of time to deal with 14A2 as well. All right, that'll be at 9 a.m. via Zoom, just like we're doing here today.
Okay,
Okay. Are you still on Red Oak Court?
I am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Court will get you notice down there by mail and likely would email you again, just like we did for today's hearing.
Okay.
If you, for some reason you don't get the Zoom information before that hearing date, you can always contact the court. The court can do that over the phone. It'll likely be the same Zoom we use today, though. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, released on a personal recognizance bond, meaning it's a misdemeanor charge. Should you fail to appear for that court date, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Murray, you're all set for today. Stay safe. Okay.
You too. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
Hello, sir.
Hello, Raul Ramirez.
Yes.
Excellent. Are you on two devices right now?
Huh?
There. Okay, now I can hear you. All right. Phillips Lane Township versus Raul Ramirez, case number 21W001716. Do you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. The allegation in this matter is that on June 30, 2021, on Tyler Adrian McCartney, Ypsilanti Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, you did operate a motor vehicle at a time you had never acquired a license to do so. A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty if convicted of up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Were you able to review the advice of rights form online?
What was that?
Were you able to review the advice of rights form online?
No, we weren't.
Okay. All right. Is a translator necessary this afternoon?
If you have one, that would help.
Absolutely, yes. Spanish?
Yes, please.
Okay, give me just a second to get somebody on the line with us here.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please speak the name of the desired language.
Spanish.
I understood. Spanish. If this is correct, say yes or press 1. If
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Irene, ID 240035. I will be your Spanish interpreter today, and this call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes. Is your customer with you, or do you want me to call?
Good afternoon, Irene. My name is Mark Nelson. I'm the magistrate here for the 14B District Court, and we have Raul Ramirez Valle on the phone with us here.
I am ready. May I go ahead and introduce myself?
I was just going to ask you to do that. Yes, please.
Thank you. Buen día, yo seré su intérprete para esta llamada. Para efecto de entrenamiento y calidad, la llamada puede ser monitoreada.
Okay, buen día.
Hey, good morning or good day.
So I'm going to start by reading your advice, the advice of rights form to you.
Voy a empezar leyendo el formulario de aviso de derechos para usted.
Okay.
The form reads as follows. You have been brought to court on a misdemeanor charge and have the following basic rights.
Antes de empezar, a usted se le ha traído al tribunal por un delito menor y usted tiene los siguientes derechos.
You may plead guilty or not guilty or stand mute to the charge.
Puede usted declararse culpable, puede declararse no culpable o permanecer callado respecto a la acusación.
If you stand mute, a plea of not guilty will be entered on your behalf.
Si usted permanece callado, entonces se estaría ingresando una declaración de no culpable por usted.
You may plead no contest with permission of the court.
Usted puede declarar no me opongo con permiso del tribunal.
You do have the right to trial by jury and the right to an assistance of an attorney.
Usted tiene derecho a un juicio por jurado y tiene derecho a la asistencia de un abogado.
Should this matter go to trial, you would have the following rights at a trial.
Si esta cuestión fuera a ir a juicio, usted tendría los siguientes derechos en el juicio.
You may call witnesses to speak on your behalf at trial.
Puede llamar a testigos para que hablen por usted en el juicio.
You may see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial.
Usted puede ver, escuchar y cuestionar a todos los testigos que se presenten contra usted en juicio.
You may be a witness for yourself or remain silent.
Usted puede ser testigo para usted mismo o permanecer en silencio.
Should you choose not to testify, the prosecuting attorney may not comment on your refusal to testify.
Si es que usted fuera permanecer, si usted no fuera testificar, perdóneme, el fiscal no puede hacer comentario en contra de su silencio.
And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Y usted tiene derecho a que se le tome como presuntamente inocente a menos que se demuestre su culpabilidad más allá de duda razonable.
If you do plead guilty or no contest, and that plea is accepted, you will have waived your right to a trial and will have given up the rights I've just gone over with you.
My apologies. The line broke out a little. Would you be able to repeat that fragment? My
Absolutely.
apologies.
That's okay. If you plead guilty or no contest, and your plea is accepted, you will have waived your right to a trial and given up the rights I've just gone over with you.
Thank you. Si es que usted se declara culpable o no me opongo y su declaración se acepta, usted estaría renunciando a su derecho a tener un juicio y los derechos que le he mencionado ahora.
You do have the right to be released on bond.
Tiene derecho a que se le libere bajo fianza.
If you are now on probation or parole and enter a plea of guilty or no contest, or a finding of guilt is made by a judge or jury, it may result in a violation of your probation or parole.
Si es que usted se le libera bajo libertad probatoria o libertad condicional y usted se declara culpable o no culpable ante el juez o el juicio, bueno, o si es que el juicio lo encuentra así, entonces se pudiera tomar como una violación o infracción de su libertad probatoria o libertad condicional si es que se acepta la declaración.
And let's see, you can be sentenced to jail and fines plus costs.
Se le puede sentenciar a cárcel y poner multas más costos.
Fines, costs, and other financial obligations must be paid at the time of assessment, except when allowed otherwise for good cause shown.
Las multas y los costos son responsabilidades financieras que se deben de cubrir en el momento, a excepción de que se muestre una buena causa.
And finally, an appeal to circuit court may be taken within 21 days of sentencing.
My apologies, the line broke out one more time.
That's
I'm so sorry. Would you mind repeating?
Certainly. An appeal to circuit court may be taken within 21 days of sentencing.
Okay. Y una apelación con el Tribunal de Circuito se puede tomar dentro de los 21 días de la sentencia.
Do you understand these rights as I've read them to you?
¿Usted entiende estos derechos como se los he leído?
Sí.
Yes.
Now that we have the benefit of the translator, I'm going to read the charge to you again as well.
Ahora que tenemos el beneficio de tener un traductor, voy a estarle leyendo la acusación nuevamente.
The allegation is on June 30th of this year on Tyler Road. You did operate a motor vehicle at a time you had never acquired a license to do so.
Se dice que presuntamente junio 30 en la Tyler Road usted estaba operando un vehículo motorizado en un tiempo en el cual no había obtenido nunca una licencia para hacerlo.
Do you understand that allegation?
¿Usted entiende esta acusación?
Sí, sí, entiendo.
Yes, I do understand.
That is what's called a misdemeanor.
Esto es lo que se le conoce como un delito menor.
It carries a maximum penalty, if convicted, of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine, plus court costs, or both.
Esa es la máxima penalidad que se puede, bueno, esa es la máxima penalidad si es que se le llega a condenar. Pudieran ser hasta 93 días en cárcel, $500 en multa más costos de tribunal o ambos.
Do you understand that?
¿Entiende usted eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, are you in a position where you are able to get a driver's license?
Señor, ¿está usted en posición que pueda conseguir una licencia de conducir?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. So to the translator, I've got the public defender on the line as well. So that's the other voice you'll hear here in just a moment. I'm going to ask her to come in and discuss the matter with us as well.
Certainly.
All right.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
Madam Interpreter.
Hello. Buenas tardes. Hello. This is interpreter.
Yes, my name is Chanaza from the Washtenaw County Public Defender's Office.
Mi nombre es Chanazo. Yo soy por parte del condado de la Oficina de Defensores Públicos.
I would recommend that you enter a not guilty plea.
Yo recomendaría que presente una declaración de no culpable.
Okay, and I will ask that the court enter a not guilty plea and give you a new date for you to come back to court.
Y yo voy a estar pidiendo al tribunal que ingrese la declaración de no culpable y le dé una nueva fecha para que se vuelva a presentar ante el tribunal.
And on that date, you can talk to the prosecutor or work on having your license back before that
En ese
date.
entonces usted, sorry.
No?
Sorry. En ese entonces se puede hablar con el fiscal o pedir que se devuelva su licencia antes de esa fecha.
Then the prosecutor might give you a better offer to plead to.
I'm thinking really just to clarify, the defendant indicated he's ineligible to get a license. Not that your advice is not well founded, but
I
seeking a
understand.
license
Thank
made
you
of
for
it.
the clarification.
Yeah.
Madam Interpreter, my apologies. If he's ineligible to get a license, he should still talk to the prosecutor about a reduced offer.
Perdone, si usted no es elegible para obtener una licencia, aún así debería hablar con el fiscal para una oferta reducida.
So Stan mutes not guilty plea today.
Entonces yo diría que se tome una declaración de no culpabilidad hoy.
Mr. Ramirez, Valet, did you have any questions regarding that advice, or do you know how you would like to proceed?
Señor Ramírez, ¿usted tiene alguna pregunta respecto a este consejo que se le da o cómo es que quisiera usted proceder?
Sí, mi pregunta es que yo sé que yo tuve la culpa durante lo que estuve manejando. Yo quisiera llegar a un acuerdo hoy, porque si tuviera que pagar cualquier multa, yo pagara la multa que tuviera que pagar. Porque en realidad hay que pagarlo.
Well, yeah, so I know that I was at fault in whatever I did, so I would like to come to an agreement today. And if there is a fine that I have to pay, I would pay it since I have to.
Mr. Ramirez,
Yes.
if you can plead not guilty today, and the judge gives you another date to come back, the prosecutor might give you a lower offer to plead to, which would reduce the amount you'd have to pay and any other possible penalties you may face.
Si usted se declara no culpable el día de hoy, el juez estaría dándole otra fecha y con el fiscal pudiera ofrecerle una oferta más baja a la cual declararse, y eso reduciría la cantidad que usted tendría que pagar y cualquier otra posible penalidad.
Yo lo que no quiero es tener más problemas. Yo quiero salir del problema hoy. Si se pudiera salir, yo estoy asustado.
What I don't want is to have any more issues. I just, if I could, want to get out of this issue today. I'm afraid.
Well, first of all, there's no need to be afraid.
Bueno, primero que nada, no hay necesidad de estar asustado.
I mean, I don't want to discount your feelings, but there's nothing to fear in this proceeding today.
No quiero invalidar lo que usted siente, pero no hay nada de qué temer en esta diligencia de hoy.
If you would like to resolve, sorry, go ahead.
La verdad
Perdón,
es, lo de estar asustado es porque yo en mis 30 años y en mis casi 18 años que tengo en este país, nunca he sido arrestado, nunca en mi vida. So, ahorita estoy bien, no puedo evitarlo. No puedo evitarlo.
Well, the reason why I am afraid is because, you know, my 30 years and almost 18 years in this country, I have never been arrested before, so right now I cannot help it.
I appreciate that, but I'm just trying to make you more comfortable with the situation you're in right now.
Le agradezco que me diga eso, pero yo estoy intentándole hacer sentir más cómodo en esta situación en la que estamos ahora.
So if you want to resolve the matter today, you can plead guilty to the charge as it's written. It is a misdemeanor charge, and would most likely not carry any jail sentence. I can't give you any assurances before taking the plea, but in these types of cases, jail is a very rare occurrence. Extremely rare.
Entonces, si usted se quiere declarar culpable a los cargos tales como están escritos ahora como delito menor, y bueno, usted lo más seguro es que no se le estaría dando tiempo en cárcel, pero eso no lo puedo asegurar sino hasta que se presente la declaración, pero al menos en estos casos es raro cuando hay tiempo en cárcel, extremadamente raro.
I cannot give you any specific advice. I do not know what effect this would have on your immigration status, nor do I know what effect it would have on your ability to get a license at a later date if you became eligible to do so. Those are the things that you need to take into consideration, I believe, at this point in time when you're making the decision to enter a plea or not enter the plea. If we enter a not guilty plea, you can certainly take the time and get advice on those matters. There's no harm in putting this down the road a little bit and just coming back for a separate court date.
Yo no puedo darle algún consejo en específico, pero yo quiero, bueno, y tampoco puedo darle algún consejo sobre cómo es que esto afectaría algún estatus migratorio o cómo afectaría su habilidad de obtener una licencia en el futuro si es que alguna vez fuera elegible para obtener una. Pero en bueno, esos son los puntos que usted debe de considerar ahora mismo, en este momento. Si es que usted se va a declarar culpable o no va a dar esa declaración, si es que usted se declara no culpable, entonces eso pudiera darle un poco más tiempo para que, bueno, no ocurriría nada realmente si es que se toma un poco más de tiempo para revisar la oferta y se volviera para una fecha por separado.
Wow. Señorita, yo como vuelvo y repito, no habrá una forma que yo esté tranquilo hasta que yo no arregle esto. Si se pudiera arreglar esto, yo dormiría feliz hoy.
Well, I'll repeat. If there is a way to do so, if I'm not able to fix this now, I won't be happy until I am able to fix this. So I'll be at ease once I am able to settle this today.
So given that motivation, would you like to plead guilty to the charge today?
Dada esa motivación, ¿usted quisiera declararse culpable para la acusación del día de hoy?
Ay, Dios mío, ojalá no me vaya a meter a la cárcel, porque ahí sí dejaría sin comer a mis hijas. Tengo 2 niñas, pero soy culpable, la verdad que sinceramente no puedo decirle que no, sí lo hice. Y si él va a decidir lo que él pase, ojalá Dios quiera que no me vaya a arrestar, porque tengo mi familia y ellas se mantienen de lo que yo llevo a mi casa de trabajo. Y si hay que pagar, pues hay que pagar, no importa, yo pagaría lo que sea.
Well, see, I just hope that I don't end up in jail, because that will leave my 2 daughters without eating. But I'll be honest, if this is something that I did, I cannot say I didn't. And whatever is decided, I just hope I don't get arrested, because I have my family and they depend on what I get from work. But if I have to pay, I'll pay whatever it is.
Again, this type of charge would not typically carry any sort of jail sentence. It'd be a very rare occurrence.
Bueno, nuevamente, esto típicamente no conlleva algún tipo de sentencia en cárcel. Eso sería una ocurrencia rara.
What I cannot assure you of is what the immigration impact of this might be. And that's why I would suggest to you that you may want to take the time to get legal advice, and the court will appoint the public defender to represent you. And so you can get that advice, look at your options, and come back to court with more and better information.
Lo que no le puedo asegurar es qué impacto tendría esto en algún estado migratorio. Por eso yo le sugeriría, si es que pudiera tomar el tiempo para hablar con algún consejo legal, que se le asigne o que hable con la oficina de defensores públicos y tome algo más de tiempo para después volver ante el tribunal con más tiempo e información.
No sé qué decirle, la verdad que sería siendo igual, porque siempre no puedo conseguir licencia para yo mostrarle una licencia al juez. Entonces sería igual al final. Yo voy a arriesgar que voy a poner la mano en Dios y Dios va a decidir por mí ahora. Yo creo que va,
Well,
voy a
it's
hacer,
all,
sorry, I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. Pardon. So it's all the same. I am unable to get a license. At the end, I'll just leave this in the hands of God. So I'll just leave this in God's hands.
Okay. So I've heard you say a number of times that your main interest is to resolve this today. To resolve this today would involve you pleading guilty to the charge and the court taking the guilty plea today. You don't have to do that. You can set a pretrial hearing and the court will simply give you a new court date to return to. But the option is yours, and the court will follow whichever option you choose to take.
Bien, entonces me parece que ya le he escuchado decir unas cuantas veces que usted desea resolver esto el día de hoy, lo cual conllevaría que usted dé una declaración de culpable y que el tribunal acepte la declaración de culpabilidad del día de hoy. No es algo que tiene que hacer, se puede volver a programar para una audiencia previa a juicio y con eso, bueno, se puede programar otra vez con el tribunal, pero la opción es de usted y el tribunal estaría siguiendo esa opción.
No, yo sigo en lo mismo. No va, para mí no va a cambiar, siempre voy a estar peor porque va a pasar los días y voy a estar con esto en mí, no voy a poder con esto. Entre más días pasa, ayer no pude dormir por lo mismo porque no sabía ni cómo iba a ser me tuve que venir donde mi sobrina que me ayudara y todo, porque casi no sé usar mucho para lo del teléfono. Pero vuelvo y repito, sí, que sea lo que Dios quiera, yo quiero arreglar esto.
Well, look, it's all the same because nothing will change. If anything, it will get worse because as days pass by, this will be on me and I cannot handle that. Yesterday, I couldn't even sleep because I didn't know how I was going to do this. And I had to go over to my niece because I don't know how to use the phone that much. But I'll just let God's will be, with whatever God says.
At this point in time, I just need to make the decision has to be yours. I need to hear you say you'd like to plead guilty or not guilty at this point in time.
En este momento, la decisión es suya. Lo que yo necesito escucharle a usted decir es si se declara culpable o no culpable.
Sí, me declaro culpable. Lastimosamente, es así.
I plead guilty, sadly. That's it.
Ms. Ankenrulli, did you have anything you wanted to add to this?
Yes, Your Honor. If
Go ahead, sorry.
Mr. Ramirez,
Yes.
the judge has appointed my office
Ramirez.
to represent you in this matter.
Can I make a suggestion? I'm sorry, before you too far, can I make a suggestion? I don't have a good way to, I'm speaking to Mr. Ramirez. I'd like you to speak with the public defender privately. I just don't have a good way to do that right now. I have two more people cases waiting right now. Can I finish those cases up and we'll get a translator back on the phone and resolve this after I talk to the other two cases? Is that okay with you, Mr. Ramirez?
Okay, señor Ramírez, primero, yo lo que quisiera es que hablara con la defensora pública en privado, pero lo que pasa es que también tengo otros dos casos que también están en espera. Entonces lo que podemos hacer es, si me permite, acabar con esos dos casos primero y después podemos volver a poner a otro doctor en la línea para que puedan hablar. ¿Está usted de acuerdo, señor Ramírez?
What I would like to achieve is you and the public defender having a private conversation without the court's presence so you can discuss the issues regarding this case before you choose to enter the plea. And I don't.
Lo que yo quiero lograr con esto. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, I don't want to continue to stress him out, but I just think that we're trying to work in his best interest.
Lo que quiero lograr con esto es que usted tenga el tiempo para hablar con la defensora pública sin la presencia del tribunal también. Y yo no quiero continuar o que usted siga estresado, pero nosotros queremos trabajar en el mejor de los intereses de ustedes.
Um, wow. Oh my goodness. Ok.
Okay.
Una cosa, tantas cosas que me están pasando, no me va a creer, pero tengo a mi esposa en el hospital que ella va a salir ahora mismo, me está llamando, no es mentira, que me está llamando ahorita en el teléfono, no le pude contestar. Y, oh my God, no sé qué hacer lastimosamente. Pero yo lo espero, está bien, yo espero.
Okay, it's just that there's one thing. So my wife is just being released from the hospital and she's calling me. I'm not lying. She's calling me on my phone right now, but I cannot answer. But it's fine. I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Mr. Ramirez, what is your telephone number?
Señora Ramírez, ¿cuál es su número de teléfono?
734 304 2428.
734-304-2428.
Okay. Ms. Ekanari?
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Excuse me. Does your office have access to language line? For telephone calls?
Yes, we do.
Mr. Ramirez, go pick up your
Yes.
wife from the hospital. The public defender is going to call you this afternoon later on.
Okay, señor Ramírez, puede ir a recoger a su esposa al hospital y la defensora pública le va a estar llamando más tarde hoy.
Pero no se va a arreglar nada entonces hoy. Voy a tener otra corte.
Tomorrow for court.
That nothing will be mañana al tribunal.
Wow, no, me van a botar de mi trabajo, no podría perder mañana. He perdido 3 días desde el lunes, martes y miércoles porque mi esposa tuvo el accidente el lunes a las 5 de la mañana y he perdido esos 3 días de trabajo y voy a perder mi trabajo. No quiero perderlo. Si yo pierdo mi trabajo.
I'm going to lose my job.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to lose my job because I can't miss another date. I've already missed the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because my wife had the accident on Monday at 5 in the morning and they're just going to fire me.
Okay. I'm trying to accommodate you as best I can, Mr. Ramirez.
I understand.
Okay. Señora Ramírez, estoy intentando hacer los arreglos lo mejor que pueda, señora Ramírez.
Are you working this Friday?
Yes.
¿El viernes estará trabajando?
Yo trabajo de lunes a sábado, pero sí, no hay de otra. Es más, no importa, yo pierdo mi trabajo. Yo prefiero arreglar esto. Yo consigo otro trabajo.
I work Monday through Saturday, but it's fine. I can't even lose my job. I can find another job, but I just want to solve this.
Okay. You just have to pick up your wife and take her home. Can we pick this up later on this afternoon since you're already off work today?
Okay, si es que ya está libre el día de hoy, ¿puede usted recoger a su esposa al hospital y nosotros podemos retomar esto más tarde hoy?
Mire, yo lo que voy a hacer es que voy a llamar a alguien para que recoja a mi esposa. Yo voy a esperar, yo voy a esperar aquí, no voy a ir a recogerla. Voy a llamar a una persona para que la recojan a ella. Yo voy a esperar. No puedo estar así. Yo tengo que arreglar esto. Es bien difícil para una persona como yo que nunca ha tenido problemas, estar en este problema. No es como cuando alguien ya ha tenido este problema, que para ellos es normal, para mí no es normal.
I'll just call someone else to go pick up my wife, and I'll just wait here because it's not easy for me to be like this. Me who has never had an issue like this, unlike people who have this kind of issues before, it's not normal for me.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. Get off the call right now. Make those arrangements for your wife to get picked up, then come back onto the Zoom call. I'll deal with my other case, and we'll pick you up as soon as we see you back on the Zoom call. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Vamos a hacer esto. Usted puede liberar la llamada, hacer el arreglo para que alguien vaya por su esposa y devuelva la llamada de Zoom. Yo voy a encargarme de otro caso y retomamos con usted en cuanto esté de vuelta.
Gracias, gracias.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to you in a few
Thank
minutes.
Hablaremos con usted en breve.
All right. Thank you for your assistance.
Thank you for your service.
Bye-bye. Good afternoon. Your name, please? A telephone number ending 7029. Is anyone there?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi.
Your name? Hi, your name, please?
I can't hear you.
I need to know your name, please.
Oh, Deanna Morgan Riley.
What's the last name?
Morgan Riley.
Riley?
Yes.
Let me look you up real quick. Hang on.
Yep. Did you get the Morgan part? Morgan Riley is hyphenated.
Ah, got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Case numbers 20W009331C, 20W009795.
Yep.
These are both misdemeanor charges alleged on February 7th of 2020 on Clark at or near LaForge, Ypsilanti Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. You did operate a motor vehicle at a time your driver's license was suspended. A misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty if convicted of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. You understand that?
Yes.
The second alleges on February 1st of 2020. It was a bad week. On Michigan Avenue, Adderner Homes, you did operate a motor vehicle at a time your driver's license was suspended. Also a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty if convicted of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. You understand that?
Yes.
Were you able to review the advice of rights form online?
Yes.
Do you have any questions with regard to your rights?
No.
Okay. Where do you stand as far as getting your license back right now?
I paid all my tickets and this is the last thing that I had to do. Then I have to just go to the Secretary of State and have the reinstatement fee.
I agree. I just looked at your driving record and it says the same thing. Okay. All right. So I can just tell you what your options are. The advice of rights form indicates that they are, you could plead not guilty and request a pretrial. That'll give you time to come take care of those things and come back and talk to the prosecutor. You can plead guilty today if you wanted to, or you can simply stand mute to the charge or plead no contest if that's what you'd like to do with permission of the court. The public defender here is here, though. They can give you some advice as to what might be best suited to your particular situation. Your two suspensions are these two tickets remaining right now. So if you were to plead not guilty, the court would allow you to pay those clearance fees so you get your license before your next court date if you wanted to do that.
It's like you're breaking up. Like I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. I said that if you plead not guilty today, the court will allow you to pay your clearance fees up front, put you in a position when you come back to court that you'll have a license.
Okay. So is that the best option to go with?
Ms. Ankin-Rulli from the Public Defender's Office can answer that question for you.
Okay.
Hi, Deanna. This is Shanaza from the Public Defender's Office.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, dear. So I would suggest that, yes, that is the best option for you. Go ahead and stand mute to the charge. The court will enter a not guilty plea for you and give you another date to come back. Judge has already said that you're going to be able to pay your clearance fee. So when you come back, if you pay that clearance fee, then you will basically have a valid license. Then you can talk to the prosecutor, show them that you have a valid license, and see whether or not they're willing to dismiss or reduce any of these charges. And then you can plead at that time.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, I will do what she says.
Okay. Well, the court will enter not guilty pleas as to both counts. Are you on Parkcrest or Woodcrest now, or neither?
I'm on South Hubbard.
What's the address?
It's 296 South Hubbard Court, apartment 4, Westland, Michigan.
Apartment 4?
Yep, apartment 4. Zip
Westland.
code 48186.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So we will set this for pretrial on September 28th. The 2 clearance fees are $45 each. So that's $90 altogether. You would need to get your clearances.
Okay. Is it a way that I can do the clearance now or online?
Unfortunately, no, because that's money that goes right to the Secretary of State. It has to be paid either in cash or with a money order. So you can do one of two things. You can get a money order and mail it to us or drop it in our drop box. Or you can come here with the $90 in cash and pay that at the window.
Okay. So that has to be paid at the court and not the Secretary of State?
That is correct. Yep. And then it does look like you would need to go back to Secretary of State and renew your license because you're expired as of January this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So so you can get all those things done. That puts the prosecutor in a position where they're likely to work with you on that. Okay.
Yes. So my next step for it is to come to the court and pay the $90 and
That's
then
step
go
one,
to, and then, well, after that, do I go to the Secretary of State to try to do, would the clearance be free for me to go to the Secretary of State?
Yeah. Once you pay the clearance fees, you can go to Secretary of State and renew your license.
Okay.
Do you think you can get all that done by September 28th?
Yes.
Okay. We'll set a pretrial for that date at 9 a.m.
Okay. And will I get an email of this information as well?
Most likely we'll continue to email those out, but we'll also mail one to the Hubbard Court address too.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're released on a personal recognizance bond. The warrants for your arrest are recalled by your appearance here today. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You're all set. Stay safe. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.